Morning. Welcome back to the Retirement Report. I'm Hank Parrott, your host. And joining me today has been Dr. Friday with Dr. Friday's tax and financial firm over in Brentwood, Tennessee. She's a tax expert for individuals and small business owners. As I said, she's a good friend. I've known Friday for over 20 years. She's helped me tremendously over the years in taking care. This is one of those areas when you run a business, you want to make sure that you have a good tax person helping you, especially with payroll and things like that. You got to run a business. You don't need to be doing those things. All right, Social Security considerations for private and public sector workers. We're going to clank through this, and next week when we come back, I'll get into this in more detail. But let's talk about, one, are you going to collect Social Security benefits? For most, yes, right? Everybody, not everybody, but most people do. There are some exceptions.
Right.
And will your spouse, the same thing, a government pension offset. So depending, if you worked a railroad worker as an example where you don't pay into the system, and there are some others that have government type jobs where they get big pensions, but they don't pay into Social Security and therefore have no Social Security, or those that maybe had a little bit of Social Security from other work, but then there's a windfall elimination provision that can also reduce down Social Security benefits. So it's not just cut and dry. But we want to mainly focus on, first off, of course, when you get into financial planning, yes, we want to know all the different income sources you're going to have, how much it's going to be, and we're going to factor in, again, for inflation and taxes and all those things to determine that financial future we talk about. However, when it comes to the taxation, this is an area where people really don't understand the fact that not only Social Security benefits are affected by how much other income you have, but also your Medicare premiums. So if your gross income, not including your Social Security benefits, you add that, then in other words, you start with your income from Social Security. We take half of that, as you can see on here, excluded foreign income, tax exempt interest, which normally doesn't count, does count for this provisional income formula, which determines how much of your benefits are going to be taxable. And when we get into talking about, whether it's Ross or any kind of income planning, we're always looking at ways that we can try to minimize taxes on your Social Security benefits at the same time. This one in particular is a lot to cover. If you need help with these things, this is where this isn't something that is a do-it-yourself workshop. Get with your good advisors, and if you need help with it, call my office at 615-376-5325. Maybe if you need a good advisor or just need some help, maybe a second set of eyes, we can help you with that. I hope this has been helpful for you this week and that you'll join us here each and every week on the Retirement Report.